All Race Day on Fox Sports Radio. Talk about how interactive this is. This is a place, it's just that you don't go look at a couple artifacts behind some glass or anything like that. You actually are interacting with some of the displays. Plus, like you said, the simulators are some of the coolest
the simulators were all the rage. I couldn't shut Artie up. He was over the moon because he's never played games or anything like that online, neither have I. And he was just absolutely taken with the simulator.
Tried to make it, and believe we have made it as realistic as possible. The cars are built by a company that Terry Labonte is part owner in, so we know we've got a real deal in a race car, and our software is provided by iRacing, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. has been working with them as an online racer for many, many years. He actually met his current spotter racing online, and we had Terry come down after we got everything installed to say, how do we set the cars up? Do we have it realistic? And he had one very minor tweak, and he said, you guys have this thing as realistic as you can without getting in a race car. You can feel the bumps through the steering wheel, and we've got something mounted up underneath the seats where you can feel the rumble. It's not like a herky-jerky motion that you might see at a carnival, because that's not how a real race car is, but you can feel like if you go through the grass. Terry said, when I slid through the grass, I could feel like the weight was going out from under me in the steering wheel, just like the real thing.
Carl Edwards, our guest on the phone. Carl, let me ask you this. You had a test at Lowe's Motor Speedway. I don't recall if you were there or not, but I'm sure some of your teammates were if you weren't. Those guys went out. They were testing with the spoiler at the 1.5 mile. We obviously had the Texas 1.5 mile track, but nobody tested the car in a pack of cars. Why not? I mean, who was thinking this process through over here? I usually think of you guys as pretty smart, but come on.
Yeah. Well, that's a good question. The problem with testing in a pack of cars is you can't get definitive results, because it's too chaotic. So the only way you can really learn something is to go out and run and keep the conditions as consistent as possible. And really, the deal is we're going to race in a pack whether we want to or not. So it really doesn't matter how it handles in the pack. The car has to be fast. You have to set it up by itself and then go react to what happens in that pack. But really, you might be correct. We might be really stupid for not doing it, because there might be something that we just don't know about,
All right, 877-99 on Fox. Before we go to phones, I got a special guest joining us on the line. As you know, we broadcast out of the Team E Racing building in Tampa, Florida, also the headquarters for Berghoff North America, one of our great sponsors here. If you're looking for more information, you can go to teameracing.com or iCookALot.com. Joining us on is the team owner, and Neil Anderson joins us on the phone. Neil, welcome to the program.
Good morning.
What's up this morning, man? Obviously, you guys got a lot of work here in the shop. I don't show the shop this morning because your car's not in it. It's actually in the back shop here where you guys have torn it down, scraped it down, took the paint off. I mean, you guys took this thing down to nothing.
Yeah, and one thing, just don't be too frightened, but the engine's not here. It's in the back of my van.
He's trying to soup it up a little bit. The shag wagon, as he likes to call it.
The shag wagon.
Go ahead, Neil.
We're going for a fresh paint and a body fit, getting ready for Indianapolis.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting for you guys. You're heading to Indy. Obviously, I had some great success here in St. Petersburg on the road course there. Jan Halen did a great job in the car. Unfortunately, situation played out where you guys probably should have won that race, not able to make the changes you wanted, but a second place, still not bad in your hometown.
Yeah, we'll take second place. Of course, as Michelle would say, that'd be the first loser. But that's okay. The team has 11 races in its history. We've got a first and 2 seconds now, so that's not too bad. Boy, we're just so competitive. We really wanted to win that race. And
let's bring him on. Artie Arani's Insiders Report. Artie, welcome to Race Day on Fox Sports Radio, and I hear you got a special guest coming up for us as well.
Yeah, I sure do, Rob. We are fortunate to have with us again this morning Rafael Navarro. He is the Director of Media Communications at Motorsports at Pirelli Tire North America. It's my job to find out what's going on behind the scenes. So I got to ask you, a lot of question marks right now in Formula One. Who is going to provide tires next year? The current supplier has served notice of their intent to depart. We've heard a couple of names bandied around. Might Pirelli be one of them?
Well, Artie, expecting that would be something you would be inquiring about. I have one statement, the only statement I can make that's been prepared by our PR department in Milan, and I will go ahead and read that to you. And basically it states that the company plans to present a bid to the FIA by the 9th of May, which is the date of the next Formula One Grand Prix that will be held in Spain.
That's
so I
cool.
can confirm that, and that is all I can say.
Each and every week, man, the race fans impress me. Thank you for watching online, racedayonfox.com, our webcast. Don't forget, we do it every Saturday, 6 to 9, Sunday, 9 to noon. Got to thank Frank, Steve, Mike, all back at the shop doing what they do best. All of our phone calls, our guest, Rafael Navarro from Pirelli Tires. Thank you so much. Mike Skinner, good luck in today's race, is one of our guests. And you can catch the archives right here at racedayonfox.com, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff, interacting with us, and following us here, Dan and Derek. Great guys, man. Take a listen to them. Check your local listings on Fox Sports Radio all around the country. Again, the website, racedayonfox.com. For Michelle Rayall, I'm Rob D'Amico. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.